So I've got a beautiful view of my foot, which we're going to switch to now. And I'm going to show you how the pedal works. It's kind of important. That's why it sounds so pretty. And the pedal can be a little bit confusing for beginners, because a lot of people, when they play with the pedal, this is the right pedal, the sustain pedal. The left pedal, I sort of hold down almost exclusively because I'm a very soft piano player generally. If I'm really bashing the piano away, I won't be holding that soft pedal down. On an upright piano like this one, it basically puts the hammers closer, which you can actually see up here. And so that just makes it a little bit softer. I just prefer the tone of it. This middle pedal on this piano, depends if it's a grand piano or an upright piano, but on this piano it's actually putting in the felt, which you can actually see up here. It's sort of hidden behind there, but I've got a custom felt to make it a little bit softer. I prefer the tone of it on this upright. So that's what that middle pedal does. But the right pedal, the sustain pedal, is what we're going to be looking at today. And one common mistake with the pedal is usually when beginners are playing, they try playing a note and they play the pedal at the same time. And it's not how the pedal works. Okay. When I play my note, I'm going to let go of the pedal at the same time. It's counterintuitive. So I'm going to let go, and then I very quickly press the pedal back down. Okay, so I'll do that again in slow motion. I'm going to play another note, I'm going to let go of the pedal, and I'm going to press it back down as soon as I possibly can. So you've got to get into that habit of letting go of the pedal when you want to change, or when you play the new note, and not playing the pedal at the same time that your fingers are playing. I'm going to play another note here. In the end, I do it quite quickly. This is how quick it ends up being. Could be a good exercise just playing a few individual notes, getting used to this technique. Okay, that's how the pedal works. So the pedal marks are actually written in throughout the entire piece. If we have a look, you can see pedal here, and then there's like a little lift off situation at the beginning of each bar, and that just continues throughout the entire piece. I'll explain it in further depth if we need to, but that's kind of the general concept there. Let's go back to my beautiful foot. So yeah, let's have a go. 1 and 2, and you can start with the pedal like automatically. You can hold it down before you even start playing. But yeah, here we go. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm gonna change as the chords change, as the harmony changes. Here we go. One and 2 and 3 and here's a change. Oops, little extra pedal in there, just kind of felt like it. It ends up being a bit of a feel thing for me. It's not always so precise, but to start off with, change once per bar. Going to change again here. Takes a bit of time to get used to that technique, but that's how it works. Alright, nice. You get the idea. Alright, so that's the pedal. Let's go back to the sheet music. Let's go through the chords. These chords I wouldn't be taking too seriously. They're pretty out there chords. I wouldn't be necessarily thinking... I don't know. These chords are pretty... I don't think Tom York or Johnny Greenwood, whoever was writing this piece, we're thinking about, we're going to start off with an F major 7, add 13 chord. I don't think that's the way they're thinking about the music. I think they're coming up with very pretty music just by, probably by feel, as opposed to thinking, I'm going to play an F major 7 chord, I'm going to add in the 13th note of the scale in there. I don't think that's what's happening there. You never know, but Johnny Greenwood he would be all over this. just because he's a bit of a theory nut and he would understand all of this. Tom, I'm not too sure, but I seriously doubt they're thinking about the chords from this perspective. I think they're just coming up with a nice riff and yeah. And sometimes musicians don't, they don't really know what they're doing and they just have a bit of a play around and experiment with different shapes. And I think that's probably what's going on here personally, but I don't know. Let me know if you think otherwise. But yeah, the first chord is F major 7 add 13. This is an F major 7 chord. Remember, this is F major, F A C. This is an F major 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Remember, all the chords are always based off your major scale. Okay? So major chord 1, 3, 5, major 7 chord, the first, third, fifth, and seventh note of in this instance, the F major scale. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7. The 13th note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, is the D. When you start getting up to these high numbers with 13, an easy little trick to help you out with that is to deduct 7. Okay, which makes it a sixth. It's the same note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, instead of counting all the way up to 13. So essentially it's an F major 7 chord with a D in there. Kind of what's going on there. F major 7 add 13. Next chord is A sus 4. This is an A sus 4 chord. Sus chord, the numbers are 1, 4, 5. It's the first note, the fourth note, and the fifth note of a chord. There is no third in an A sus chord. Okay? Sus chords never have the third in them. It's a substitution for a different note. Usually the fourth can be the second. This is an A sus 2, for example. If I was in C, C major. This is C sus 4. If it just says C sus, it's going to be just C sus 4. If you want a C sus 2, it's like that. In every key. G major, G sus 4, G sus 2, G major, 1, 4, 5. Okay, F6, 9, bar 3, this is the chord here. Again, these chords are a little bit out there. These are not common chords. F6, 9 is an F major chord, adding in the 6th note, which is the D, or the 13th. Okay, and the 9th is a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This is an F6, 9. Next chord is E minor 7, flat 6. Disgusting. Here's an E minor chord. 1, flat 3. G sharp is the third note of the E major scale. 1, 3, 5 is 1, flat 3, 5 is the minor chord there. It's a minor 7th. The D is the flattened 7th. The minor 7th chord is 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. Here's C major 7, C minor 7th, 1, flat 3, 5, and the flat 7 in there. So from the E major scale, this is the 1, flat 3, 5, and then the D sharp is the 7th note of the scale, and then the D natural is the flattened 7th. So that's E minor 7. The 6th note of the scale is a C sharp, and that needs to be flattened. And then you get this chord. Very moody. Okay, then it goes back to F major 7 in bar 5 with the 13th in there. Bar 6 is A sus 4 again. Bar 7 is F6, 9. Bar 8 is E minor 7 flat 6. Same concept with this one in bar 9. It's actually the same chord, just transposed into the key of D. This is D minor. 1, flat 3, 5. C sharp is the 7th note, flatten that to get the 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. That's D minor 7. And the 6th note is a B. We need to flatten that. It's actually a really pretty chord. Very moody. Alright, so let's move on. Bar 10. You got a G7 chord here. G major. To make it a G7, which is a dominant 7th chord, you need a flat 7 in there. So that's the 7th note of the G major scale. The F sharp, let's flatten that. So G7, and it's saying to add in the 4th. It's saying, I'm saying. I've written in these chords myself. What am I talking about? Okay. G7, the C is the fourth note. It's not a sus chord because I've still got the third in there. If I was playing it like that, we call that a G7 sus, or G7 sus 4, but the third's in here, so I'm going to call it a G7, adding in the fourth, and then next chord, G add 4, it's G major with the fourth note in there, then back to the G7 add 4, and then you're back to G major. Alright, a lot of those chords you won't really come across that frequently, so I wouldn't stress too much about them. The sus chords are important, minor 7th chords are important, major 7th chords are important, but these extra extensions like the 13th and that kind of thing, we're going to come to later on. It's not that important. All right, cool. The other chords. Let's go through a few of the symbols that we've got on the chart.